Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening to all of you in YouTube land, and I hope and pray that all of you and yours are happy and healthy, safe and well. Right now the time is approximately 11:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and the date is Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. It is the night before Thanksgiving. I am aware that not every country celebrates Thanksgiving, but as all of you know, and I've mentioned this in other videos, Thanksgiving, or rather gratitude and praise, are daily practices for me. So it doesn't matter to me what the date on the calendar is or what month it is. If I wake up in the morning and I draw a breath, I must express gratitude and praise at least 3 times between the time that I wake up and the time that I go to bed. I cannot live my life any other way. In the meantime, hello Isis. Hello Isis. You want to be heard but not seen. I don't know why. You're so beautiful and gorgeous. Anyway, I wanted to do something a little different with regards to my videos, and you know, I'm somebody that has often talked about journal writing, and there are so many different kinds of journals out there, but I wanted to show you some of the journals that are my regular journals. And of course I'm going to begin with the goddess. So I have 3 journals that are very, very important to me. My first one is a goddess letter writing journal. And some of you that have, and those of you that have participated in my prosperity classes, when I used to lead prosperity classes, I've often talked about the angel letter writing method, which, by the way, for those of you who want to learn more about the angel letter writing method, I strongly and highly recommend The Prospering Power of Love, written by Dr. Catherine Ponder. But the Goddess Letter Writing Journal has the same concept. So I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, also known as Drake, do a close-up of the cover of the I can't remember the word. The cover of my Goddess Letter Writing Journal. I already had the word. So I don't remember the artist's name, but the artist had actually come out with a calendar of all of his lunar celestial images. So this is how the Goddess Letter Writing Journal works. So on the left side, I will write the date. I will write the time, include the time. Because so many goddesses, or the great goddess is associated with the moon, I will write in parentheses underneath the date and the time if the moon is waxing, waning, and in what sign it's transiting. And then I will either write a general letter to the goddess, like Dear Great Goddess, or I will write a specific letter to a specific goddess. For example, my beautiful Osset, Bastet, mother of all cats, or Demeter, or whomever. And then I will write my petition. And then, or I could just do a general, like Dear Prosperity Goddesses. And then on the right, I will write what the result was. You know, so let's say, for example, I am writing a letter to my mother goddess, Osset, who's more commonly known as Isis. I will write the date on the top, the time of day or night. Underneath, in parentheses, I will write whether the moon is waxing or waning and in what sign. And then I will write, Dear Osset. I call her by one of her ancient Egyptian names. The reason I am writing you this letter is because I am short $100 on my rent. Could you please provide me with that money by whatever means you feel most necessary? So that's just one example. So let's say that I write that letter, let's use today. So let's say that I write that letter today, Wednesday, November 24th, 2021 at 11:50 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Friday, November 26, 2021, I write a follow-up where I write, I was contacted by a client who has who needs an emergency reading, and she paid double for her reading, so I now have more than $100 for my rent, and I am most thankful that I have more than enough money to pay my rent for December 2021. Thank you, Osset, for listening to my petition. Thank you for what you provided for me. And I am most thankful. Sincerely yours, Robert Alvarez. So that's one way to do, that's how I do a goddess letter writing journal. When I write what I'm going to write in my goddess letter writing journal, I use a blue pen because blue is a lunar color. Also, I use my God letter writing journal the same way, and of course I'm going to have Drake, more commonly known as my awesome audiovisual person, do a close-up. This type of journal is very popular, and I've seen it a lot at my local Barnes & Noble bookseller store. So it has one of those magnetic things. I've used it quite a bit, so that this is a little frayed. So I've used it more than I realized. I love that magnetic snap. I love that it has an inner pocket. I was like, there is an inner pocket. And I also love that it has not one but two satin cords as place markers. Now, in some magical traditions, green candles are used to represent the goddess and red candles to represent the god, which is why when I primarily write in this journal, I use a red pen. I know that in Chinese culture, using a red pen is a no-no because it represents the color of blood, but it just works for me to use a red pen. Basically I do the same thing. On the left side, I write the petition, I write the date, the time of day or night. Because the sun is often associated with the God aspect, I will write the in parentheses underneath the transiting sun sign. And then on the right, once I receive the manifestation, I will write when it occurred, the time, and I'll write the thank you and what exactly occurred. So I use it the same way. Let's see. So that's my God letter writing journal. And then, of course, one of my personal favorites, the angel letter. What's the matter, Isis? Oh my goodness, what's going on over there? The angel letter writing journal. Now, I'm going to ask all of you in YouTube land to pay close attention to this type of journal because I don't see them anymore at any Barnes & Noble bookseller stores. But if any of you know where I can get these kinds of journals, please, please, please let me know. And I want to show you what I mean. So this side is the day side. This side is the night side. And I don't know if you can make out the details, but in the day section, you will see that the day section has a lighter color of tint to the paper. It's like a very light pastel yellow, whereas and I want to make sure the close-up is done before I go any further. Whereas the night side has this. I'm sorry, I've been hearing a lot of things lately, and they're coming from outside of my head. Whereas the night side has this very light blue tint. It's almost like a really faded blue, but it's like beyond pastel blue, but you can tell it's a blue. So, the color of the paper doesn't matter so much, but if you know where I can buy a day journal, night journal like this, please let me know in the comments because I would love to buy these again. And it just so happens that my personal psychic advisor, Roger Pratt, uses these types of journals for his books of shadows. And I would love to surprise him by finding these. So if you know where I can find these journals, please, please, please let me know. So this is my angel letter writing journal, and I love this because this is the one that I use the most. And again, I use it the same way. The left side of the page, I'll write my petition. The right side, I'll write the result. I'm sorry, I keep hearing something. Do you know what that sound is? Okay. Drake knows, but he'll tell me later. So this is, I love these journals, and this is actually, it's really strange because I actually have another angel letter writing journal. It's a composition book, but I was using it because I couldn't find this. Now, of course, I'm going to finish using this, and then I'll go back to that composition book, which has a beautiful, like, prismatic cover. Now, speaking of which, so there are some really great notebooks out there. And I will tell you that I'm always disappointed by them because I look at how super cool the cover is, especially if it has a multicolored design. And then I look at the pages and I'm like, this is such a jip. So I found on, of all places, Amazon.com, this journal. And I want to tell you what I love about this journal. What I love about this journal is not just the fact that it has this cool design on the cover. Of course, I love the fact that it has a cat sitting on a crescent moon. But look at the inside. Isn't this fabulous? It has full color pages. This is the kind of thing that I expect to see when I see a journal that looks like this on the cover. And it has multicolor, and of course I love the fact that it has so many purples and greens and teals and blues. I love this. It has a silver colored, almost pearlescent ribbon page marker, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of it to the best of his ability and see if we can get like the shimmeriness of the shimmeriness of it. But I want to tell you, I dig this. And I must thank Kimberly Moore, who is the living goddess of Mother House of the Goddess, the living goddess who founded Mother House of the Goddess, and of course her right-hand goddess, Marissa McCall, for getting me into journals and stickers. And I actually found a sticker set on Amazon.com, and I kept all the cat and lunar themed ones, and I put them on the inside front cover and the inside back cover. This is my Healing My Inner Child journal. And I want to tell you, I am a lot happier since I began doing this. I'm a lot more at peace with all of life. And of course, you know, some of you know, I finally decided to do the washi tape thing. So yeah, so I do the washi tape thing now. So some of the pages have washi tape. And this is my personal journal. This is the journal that I use for like general stuff. You know, like, I'm frustrated about this, I want to smack the shit out of this bitch, you know, why is this issue coming up again? This is the journal for that. And of course, I love the fact that I use iClips. Some of you know that I love iClips. And I actually found another set of iClips on Amazon. But I definitely love iClips. And whenever I find new ones at my local Barnes & Noble bookseller store, I happily buy them. And I usually buy sets for other people as well. But, you know, they're primarily my gift to myself. And I have another journal that was a gift from somebody who's been using my psychic services for, I don't know, 25 years at this point. I love it. It's a very simple journal, and I use this for a very specific type of journal entry. And the journal entry was also inspired by Dr. Catherine Ponder. So, and this is a journal that I'm actually starting to use again. And the brand is called Markings. And I will include links to the different types of journals, the ones that have the links, by the way, because I don't remember where I purchased this journal. And I don't remember what this logo represents, but if I find the links to the brand names, I will definitely include it in the description box. But yeah, so to all of you in YouTube land, do you journal? Do you use journals? Do you use planners? Do you watch journal and planning videos on YouTube? Do you offer journal and planning videos and planner videos on YouTube? If you do not use a journal, why not? If you stop using a journal, why? I would love to hear from you, because in my life I've met a lot of different people that have pros and cons about journal writing or journaling, to use the more modern term. So I would love to hear from all of you in YouTube land about whether or not you journal, if you used to, why you stopped, if you never have, why you never have, if you do it on a regular basis, if you have different kinds of journals, what kinds of journals do you use. I know that when I used to teach prosperity classes, I always talked about keeping a money miracle journal. I actually have been guided to start a new money miracle journal, but I haven't found the right one yet. So let me know in the comments about your journal writing practices, or if you don't have any and why you don't have any, because I'm open to all of that. I'm open to the pros, cons. I'm open to you saying, oh my goddess, Robert, I've been journal writing for decades. And I'm open to the comments that are like, you know, journal writing isn't for me, and this is how I feel about it and whatever. So let me know in the comments. But in the meantime, to all of you in YouTube land, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the shares, whether they are shares to social media platforms that I no longer use, like Facebook, or social media platforms that I've never used, like Reddit. And thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. Of course, thank you to those of you who have scheduled your sessions, and thank you to those of you who have bought me a coffee. I wish all of you many multiple blessings of salud, dinero y amor, which is in English health, money and love. Salud, dinero y amor. And stay tuned for the next video.